Welcome back to another episode of the Grow Your Daycare podcast. My name is Christina Rizakos, and I am just so happy that you are here with me. Today, we're going to be focusing on some marketing mistakes to be avoided in your childcare business's marketing strategy. If you are listening over on the podcast, I have included the link to the YouTube video just in case you want to hop on and watch the slides and just kind of follow them if you're more of a visual person. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some marketing mistakes that I see a lot of childcare business owners making. And hopefully, if you are making one of these mistakes, you know not to make it anymore after listening to this video, and you know why it's hurting your strategy. Okay, so before I dive in, if you do need help with your marketing, whether it's social media content, Facebook ads, or you just need someone to kind of hold your hand and guide you through online marketing and teach you all the basics, make sure you check out the links in the show notes or under this video to find out how we can work together. Okay, so online marketing strategies, mistakes that are really popular, especially in the early education field. Okay, the first one that I see is neglecting your online presence. What this means is that not focusing on making sure you have a website online that can easily be found. Okay, I hear this a lot from a lot of providers. They say, well, Christina, if I have a Facebook and business account, why would I need a website? The reality is that Facebook and Instagram, even though they're powerful and they're very important in your marketing strategy, as is any business, right? Any business's marketing strategy, it's not the only thing you should be doing, right? We can't put all our eggs in one basket. So I don't want you to be one of these childcare business owners that kind of neglects their online presence when it comes to having a website and leveraging that using search from Google, which is the number one search engine in the entire world, and knowing how to make sure that people actually find your website. You should have a website that is mobile friendly, that has been optimized. We're going to talk a little bit about that later on in this episode, but it's really important not to forget that, yes, I do need a website. Your website should be easily found when someone local to you searches for what you're offering. Okay. The other marketing mistake that I see a lot of providers make is ignoring social proof. So this is a big one because you want parents that land on your Facebook, Instagram, or even on your website. You want to make sure that you have enough social proof, so reviews, testimonials, to make sure that these parents understand that, hey, this is a real business. They're legit. They've had, a 4-star ratings. People are saying all these amazing things about them. And once you do collect these reviews and testimonials, it's really important that you're actively sharing them. So whether it's on your Google My Business, on social media, or on your Yelp account, leverage them. When someone tells you something, ask them if they can write it down for you. When someone sends you a DM about how amazing your program is, or a good experience their kid had in your care, screenshot it and then upload it on your platforms. It's really going to help you with your marketing. It's going to help you get found easier, and it's really going to help you not only get noticed, but people are going to start trusting you faster. Okay. So a lot of providers don't leverage the Google My Business profile, their URL effectively. Okay. So as a business owner, I'm sure you know that if you have a Gmail, which most people do nowadays, you have your profile that you can actually set up for free, like it's free of charge, where you can upload, your company information, your logo, a few pictures, and yes, you can even collect reviews and testimonials. So if you have a business that's been around for a while, and if you haven't actively asked for people to give you their reviews or testimonials on your Google My Business, I want you to screenshot this screen right here, and I want you to follow the directions. So it's really simple. If you've claimed your Google My Business account, you can actually go in and click on that share button, and this is going to help you take that URL and share it. Maybe you want to share it in an email, in a newsletter. Maybe you have all your parents in a text group. Maybe you want to share this on social media. Whatever the case, you can actively ask for reviews and testimonials, sharing this little link to keep that social proof growing. Just having one one positive review that someone left maybe like 2 years ago isn't enough, you guys. You have to actively be asking for that social proof, and not only asking for it, but making it a point to go in maybe every 6 months and ask for it, and then share it on the platforms that we mentioned right here, right? So on your social media, on your IG stories, Facebook stories, Google My Business, and your Yelp account. So it's really, really important. Never forget to always be asking for that testimonial or that review, okay? Number 3 mistake is ignoring SEO. So this is a bit more technical, and this goes back to your website. Making sure that you are leveraging the power of Google, and making sure that your website is SEO, so that it's optimized, basically. So what's SEO? Very simply, it's just a set of methods. There's a few of them that are aimed at providing the ranking of a website in search engine listings. Basically meaning that there's a few things you can be doing, or you should be doing, when it comes to your website, to make sure that when someone does click or does search on Google for, let's say, private childcare near me, that your website pops up, right? So there's a few things you can be doing. So doing some keyword research, making sure that the right words are found on your pages, having a title, having tags, making sure that all your links are not broken. So these are just a few things you can be doing, but it's really, really important. If you've never done this before, I encourage you to go over to this website called semrush.com. Here's a snapshot of what it looks like. And all you have to do is just add in your URL right here, so your website, and you click start now, and it's actually going to do like an audit of your website, and it's going to tell you what's lacking when it comes to your SEO. And this is really valuable, extremely helpful. So if you haven't done this already, make sure you do this. It's really going to help you with your marketing, okay? Mistake number 5, focusing too much on features and not the benefits, okay? So this is a really common marketing mistake, because people want to sell their services, and you want to show that, yeah, you have a brand new yard, or you have a cafeteria, or you just renovated the gym, for example, well, or whatever that is. But you have to understand that in marketing, parents and people in general don't really care about the things. They care about how that thing is going to get them results, okay? So these are 2 sentences that I have next to me when I'm creating content, because they really kind of help me stay on track, okay? So for example, when you're creating a post, or when you're putting a promo video together, or maybe you're doing a video and you're sharing about something in your daycare, I want you to think about the mom and dad that's going to read this, and I want you to ask yourself, I want you to keep these 2 questions in mind. Why should I care? So this is something that the parents are saying in their mind. Why should I care? And what's in it for me? Like, how is this going to change my life? How is this going to make the experience that my child's going to have in your center better? Okay. So for example, instead of saying, brand new renovated cafeteria, you can say, we renovated the cafeteria because we believe fostering healthy habits, having lunch or breakfast together with all the kids is important to us. That's when they start to communicate, sense of fellowship and community. And we really want to foster that. So we invested in our cafeteria, something like that, right? If you've renovated your backyard, you can say something like, we notice that the kids have a lot of energy, and we're a center that believes truly that kids shouldn't be sitting down and doing worksheets all day long. So we invested in our yard to make sure that we have plenty of time throughout the day, that the kids get like brain breaks, where they go outside, they run around, they climb, they work on those gross motor skills, they're talking with their friends, and they're just having fun as they're learning, right? So you see, there's 2 different ways of presenting your center, or the things that you have in your center, and always thinking about how this thing or this feature is going to get your mom and dad that result that they're seeking, okay? Number 6, lack of branding. So this is basically having a lot of messaging, and really just confusing your ideal clients, right? People that are confused will not buy anything. People need to be crystal clear how their life is going to change once they say yes to your program, how their child's life is going to get better once they say yes to your program, okay? Your branding matters, your tagline matters, having your logo, having a consistent message throughout your website and your social media, all important things, okay? So if you're, for example, Montessori daycare, you want to be talking about Montessori things on your platforms when you're creating content. And you also want to be mentioning Montessori on your website, for example. Whenever I've worked with clients where they said they were a Montessori home daycare, but there was nothing on their website that would point to that. And it was really, really confusing for people that were visiting, for having to find out during the tour that, oh, by the way, we're a Montessori daycare, right? So you have to make sure that you're staying consistent. And again, with your colors and your branding and your fonts, your tagline, it's just make sure that you have a nice flow so that it's memorable, right? So that mom and dad, when they see this and they see this constantly on social media, for example, they'll know, oh, yes, that's so-and-so's daycare, right? I remember seeing their video. I remember reading one of their posts, okay? So number 7 is forgetting to track results. This is a big one. This is a really, really big one because a lot of providers just want to kind of post once in a while and then just forget about it and then complain that what they posted didn't work, okay? So I don't want you to be one of those providers or business owners. I want you to leverage social media the right way, the smart way, so that it's actually working for your business and it's actually doing what it's supposed to do, which is increase your brand awareness and really grows your reach, okay? So that's what social media is supposed to be doing for you. So you have to make sure that you have a day in the month. I like to do this at the end of every month and go in and track your data. Go into your insights, click on insights, and everything is there for you. It's going to tell you how many people you reached, what videos they watched, how many people commented and engaged, if your page grew, if you lost followers, if you gained followers, okay? And make sure that you track this because once you know that what you're posting is actually growing your platforms, then it's so much easier for you to go out and create more of that content. If you're posting once in a while, 1 month, and then the next month you're posting 5 times a day, for example, 5 times a week, for example, and you see that, month number 1, your page didn't really grow, but month number 2, after having posted, let's say 5 times a week, you see that it increased by X percentage and you've reached this many people more. So you know that, you need to be more consistent. If you're posting reels, for example, and you see that your reels are doing so much more better than your static images or your graphics, then guess what? The next month, you're going to go ahead and you're going to schedule in more reels or video content to grow your online reach and to keep people engaged and to get them to book a visit with you, right? If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what you're doing is actually working, why would you continue to do the same thing? So make sure you track, okay? Number 8 is ignoring word of mouth advertising. So this is when you're actively, again, asking moms and dads that are in your program to refer you people, right? And you need to do this. Don't expect people are actually going to just do this for you. You have to go in and say, hey, we have a few spaces available in the next few months. Would you have a friend or a family member? We're having a promotion, or if you refer someone and they actually enroll, you get, whatever percentage off your next tuition fee or something like that. Offer something in return, but it's really important that you leverage this continuously. Again, not once in a while. Marketing isn't something you do one time and forget about it. It's something you're actively doing to really grow your business and to keep it top of mind, okay? Number 9, not engaging on social media. Again, this is a big one. I don't want to focus on this one too much. Facebook and Instagram, they grow with consistency. These platforms are very powerful and they can definitely help you fully book your program. But you have to stay consistent. You have to have some type of content strategy that engages, that attracts people, that really allows them to see, hey, this is the person we need to go to when we're looking for daycare. And you do this by posting strategically, but also with a schedule that you can actually say, hey, you know what? Every Monday we're going to post about this. Tuesday is going to be, I don't know, whatever theme you want to do. Maybe it's a testimonial. Wednesday we're going to talk about education. But my point here is that it has to be consistent. Okay. If you're just going to post once in a while, I wouldn't even use social media. You need to be able to stay consistent so that you can tap into that algorithm, which is basically Facebook and Instagram's brain, if you will, so that you can get them to refer your page to local people and to grow it for you organically. And you need to be consistent in order for Facebook to do that. You need to be able to post content that stops the scroll, that engages, that gets people commenting. Because once you do that, then Facebook is like, hey, this message or this post resonated with people. Let me show this, this page to more people so that it can grow organically. But if you're just posting random things whenever you remember, when you're on your bathroom break, then that's not going to happen. Okay. So engage in your social media, go in once a day, create your content, post it, and then go back at the end of the day and see if people liked it, if people commented, and just keep doing that. Okay. Make it a habit to really show up for your business. It's really important. Number 9, underestimating the importance of visuals. This is really, really important. I know that a lot of providers really just have their mobiles to take pictures of the kids throughout the day. Or if you have a center, for example, you probably have your staff just kind of have their mobiles on them and snap pictures. But this is really important because, again, if you're only leveraging social media to advertise, and you're really relying on it like 80% of the time, then it's really important that you focus on your visuals, whether that's bringing in a photographer to take pictures for your website or to create, like templates for your social media page, whether that's, hiring a video team to come in and record action shots of the kids. Whatever you do, just make sure that your visuals are high definition. If you don't have the ability right now to hire someone to come in and take pictures of you, most smartphones take amazing pictures. There's a lot of filters you can use. And if you're looking for stock photography, you can always go on websites like canva.com or Pixels, so PEXELS.com. They have a lot of stock photography that is really high definition that you can use if you don't have that already. But do not post blurry pictures that are boring looking, pictures that really just look really, really not well done and really fastly snapped, and really just focus on visuals that are going to stop the scroll. It's so important, okay? And number 10, not standing out. This is important as well, because when you are blending in with your competition and you're not standing out when it comes to your messaging, your branding, your online presence, your video tactics, with your philosophy, with your educational approach, then you're just going to blend in with everyone else. And I promise you, your competition is going to get that client or book that visit instead of you if they're doing a better job at standing out. So make sure you know 4 or 5 ways your childcare business stands out by doing some simple market research. And then make sure that you take those 4 or 5 unique selling points that you offer that your competition does not or just won't offer, and make sure that you are rotating when it comes to creating content and talking about these things, because that's really going to help you as well. Oops, there you go. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know we covered a lot, but it's really important that you know that, yes, there's mistakes that can happen when we're marketing online. So if you have the power and the knowledge to see the mistake, to correct it, you're going to be so much better off, and so much more further in your business and your marketing journey, I promise you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you have any marketing questions, or if you're comfortable, let me know which marketing mistake you're making. And as always, I will see you guys in just a few days.